like my thing right now. Like for example, you're the first person I've ever met too on like from like let's say ISG or something. Mm-hmm. So I've been doing all this solo for like the last year.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, I think I do want to open up about it though.
But this is the interesting part about that, and this all started with perhaps you don't remember because obviously you were not of that age. This all started with something called the PUAs.
Yeah.
To pick up artists.
I know about it. Yeah, I know the Gambler. He was a big one.
Right, and so people were asking the questions. I want to get laid. Why am I not getting laid? You see where I'm coming from? And so, and some guys just broke away from that, and they were like, "Why do I need to play this shit?"
Right. Exit the game.
Fuck you all.
Yeah.
I will be while you meditate the mysteries of the universe. I shall be banging a Filipina, bareback, anally, orally, and vaginally, and I'll have several women of them, and you won't, you know. And
I agree.
And
because they're operating within the U.S. where like they don't understand, they don't even know that there's an exit door that exists that they can take.
But even this small quantity that has gotten through, you're getting pushback.
Yeah.
There is something called, there's a bunch of black guys that they're called the passport bros.
Okay.
The passport brothers, you know.
Right.
You know, they're black guys walking around, you know, they're traveling.
Yeah.
Obviously, they get a whole lot of pushback from black women. Why do you go to Brazil, Dominican Republic, Colombia?
Yeah.
You know, why do you go to Zambia? That's another place where they like to go.
Oh, interesting.
Why do you go? Because obviously, African American men like African looking women.
Yeah.
But they don't necessarily want to be with African American women, so they get pushback. And the same thing in the white community. Women are like, where are the good men at?
I see.
And so a lot of
they're upset maybe at those guys because they're like they've lost their power effectively over them.
Exactly, because this is a question that has been asked online by people far more intelligent than me. And it's just like, if you have a maid and you get an escort, what is a woman good for?
Yeah,
and
that's a question she needs to ask herself.
And then 90% of the women of whatever race, because it's not just white or black, of whatever race. There's Latina women that don't know Mexico, even though their parents are Mexican or Nicaraguan. They're American women with brown skin, you know. And you look at them, they look at you like you're fucking, because they have been told they're the prize. They are. You must compete for your attention. You're like, oh, and people are just like, fuck you. I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah, especially when you realize your other path, your other alternative. Crazy, man.
Yeah. They're not.
More Americans. That's some more crazy shit that's going on. It's like
I get it.
That's not very common though. I think the community of people doing this is like it's got to be quite small. You know?
It's not small. It has been happening for decades. It's just that. You're probably, there was a guy by the name of Cuba Dave. You probably don't know him. He lives in Colombia. He is currently in the 70s.
Okay.
Cuba Dave went to jail. He went to prison because before all this shit started happening, Americans, where did they all go? They went to Costa Rica.
Yeah.
That's the first place where,
right?
That's the first place that blew up. And Cuba Dave was one of the first YouTubers of this. And he would post online, and he never made one penny off this shit. He was just a helpful person.
Yeah.
You know, and he would tell you, go pick up this cab in this area, and this is how much. And so he would inform people.
Right.
He went to jail for 3 years.
Wow.
A group of an NGO, a feminist organization in the U.S. backed an NGO in Costa Rica and said, "Oh my God, this guy's trafficking." So basically Costa Rica government was embarrassed, and he was in jail without a charge for 3 years before they released him.
Gotta be careful.
Yeah, and then there was this other gentleman, who I don't remember his name, but he is in prison for like 10 years in Peru. But over there, I think that there were certain things going on.
Yeah.
Because basically he, according to the version of events, he introduced a couple of Americans to underage girls.
Yeah, okay. Like, there's something there. Because, like, buying sex is not illegal.
Buying sex in this country is not illegal.
Or in Peru, too, yeah.
So see, I talked about this in my YouTube channel. Buying sex is not illegal as long as you go to the legal places of where this is taking place.
Even in Peru? Is that, like, if you were to...
Yes.
Like, I think it's illegal for them to sell, but not illegal for you to buy in any situation.
It's illegal for you to profit from their work,
Yeah,
but they can offer their work.
I see. Yeah, interesting. It's probably good to get really set on all the laws and stuff, just so you're super, super, super clear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
I know in Lima there's like five or six like popular chongos that.
here or in Cuenca?
Sorry, Lima. Peru.
In Lima, did you ever went to Trocador? Or
No.
you missed it?
I didn't get to. Yeah, I didn't get to do like.
It's not in Lima, really, technically.
I don't. Yeah, Lima's hard to find information on. I gotta like. I don't know. I did a couple of like private, like. Call them escorts and casas, basically. Escort service. It's not
Trocador, my understanding from Trocador, it used to be a prison.
This is in Lima? Or this is
No,
like-
this is outside of Lima.
Okay.
Trocador was a prison, and they a private enterprise bought the prison, you know, or bought the property, and they turned it into a one humongous mega whorehouse.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I want to go there.
Yeah.
If it's still around.
No, they closed it.
Okay.
Unfortunately, they closed it 2 years ago. But Trocador was.
That's awesome. Like, that's like fucking how life should be, yeah.
Yeah. But if you ever go back home, it'll be interesting your interactions with what they call now cisgender women.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
You probably are not going to like it.
I don't know, man. Well, this whole conversation like makes me like wonder how open I should be to anybody. You know, it's like fuck. You never know if like somebody's gonna like have an axe to grind and come after you. I don't know. It's like
Well, I guess my curiosity is because I dated in the U.S.
Yeah.
in the 90s and 2000s before I became a member of the U.S. military, and all this stupid shit you see on TikTok and online, I wonder if that's changed.
what do you mean?
As far as what are women like now
Oh, in the U.S.
in the U.S. now?
I don't know. I have no idea. Probably.
But you must have dated in your 20s, I suppose.
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit. But I mean, I don't know. It's like I feel like things have changed probably pretty rapidly since then, even since the last 10 years, especially with COVID and stuff. And like these like waves of mind viruses, as I call them. So I don't know. I think they're probably more like men than women, especially down here. I mean, well, when you find feminine women down here, they can be they feel like quite unique compared to what I'm remembering from the United States.
And that's what I also get from a lot of people that live in the U.S. It's like once they experience the type of women here, they don't want to marry. They don't want to hook up with a Tinder girl in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
They just don't.
Yeah, no.
They don't. You know, she could be a beautiful white princess in Wisconsin or Oregon or wherever the fuck. It's like,
Yeah. No, for sure. I mean, I keep a database of all the matches I get from Tinder, and some of them are really, well, they're very beautiful. I mean, they can be like fucking horrible people behind
Right.
the scenes, for sure. I've experienced that. But yeah, compared to the U.S., I think like it's just harder. You got to be like a fucking billionaire in the U.S.
yeah. See, that's what I'm getting from people. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's really hard up there. Down here, it's like relatively, you know, it's like, you
Yeah.
become a millionaire just by flying on a plane.
Yeah.
Technically. It's different.
Very different.
Yeah. We'll see. That's probably for a future chapter. For now.
So you don't have you don't know how long you're gonna be staying here, basically.
Guayaquil? Nope. I got a package arriving in Quito, and that's the only thing I got to worry about at some point.
But you can have it shipped here. Where do you shipped it from? Correos or something?
It's already
else?
like on its way. Amazon. Do Amazon right now.
Oh, okay. You'll get it DHL or Federal Express. Yeah.
I stayed at a hostel hotel chain that I'm like they're probably their fucking top customer.
Okay.
So they'll put it in a storage room or something if I need it. So yeah, that's kind of why I'm here is to usually what I do when I come to a new city is first just get a good setup. So drive quiet home, good internet, it works like a work office that I can go to, grocery store, gym,
The kidnapper.
He's walking around home. Because actually I found that to be sometimes the hardest part. Is to get a good life setup. Then from there it's check out the usually whatever basically is on ISG.
Right.
I'll go back for a year and collect everything. And then just start going one by one. And if I like what I see, then the first trip is usually like information gathering. And then if I want, I know that I can come back.
So basically what I'm getting from you is you just travel to Bogota in Colombia as far as Latin America is concerned.
No, I've been in lots of places.
Oh, okay. In Latin America or just...
Yeah, all over Mexico, all over Guatemala.
Well, Mexico's huge. A lot of people don't realize, but Mexico's fucking huge.
Yeah, true. Good point. Maybe,
over 100 million people.
Maybe 10 locations in Mexico.
Yeah.
I've been. And Colombia. And I've been to many locations many times.
Okay.
And then Peru, I've gone to Peru. So this will be my third time in Ecuador, for example.
Okay.
Only in Quito.
You've been in Quito, basically.
Yeah, because it's so good. I like it so much there with the chongos. I just got a circuit that I just go. So.
Well, it'll be the same thing here.
That's what I'm curious of. Because sometimes I go to other cities and I went to Barranquilla, horrible, shit quality.
Okay.
It was like casas, but it was just I don't know, women that weighed 200-300 pounds.
Whoa.
Yeah. They looked like they were gonna fucking give you eight diseases, but you wouldn't know from the forums,
Right.
And so you gotta the boots on the ground is what I do. So
this is so
it's hard. It's with Guayaquil, it's interesting because you're the guy.
Yeah.
You're the only guy.
Yeah. There is
at least ISG. Maybe there's other websites I don't know of, but
no, there isn't. All the website. You're too young to know, but there used to be Travel and Mate. There used to be Dexter Horn. There used to be all kinds of shit. They're all gone.
Damn, that sucks.
They're all gone, and I don't think that ISG would have survived today's Google ranking system.
Yeah.
See, ISG came up in a time where you didn't have ranking systems.
Right.
So whoever thrived, and whoever went fucking, it didn't. And so in today's climate, however controversial the topic is, it just basically de-ranks you to the bottom of the goddamn.
That's interesting.
And ISG is before any of that.
Okay. Wow, it's old.
Yeah, it's old.
That's the only thing.
ISG has been around since 1998.
Wow. Hats off to the
to Jackson.
That runs that. Whoever that is, yeah.
Jackson, he lives in Buenos Aires. You can see him. He has his own board. ISG split into 3 different boards: USA Sex Guide, International Sex Guide, and something called Argentina Private.
Yes.
Yeah.
Man, I can talk to you for hours about this stuff because,
yeah,
Argentina is such a pain in the ass to figure out. I don't know, there's that whole side website. I don't know how to use it.
It's a pain in the ass to figure out because so many people have fled.
Yeah. Okay.
I've been to Argentina 3 times. All white, all European descendants. Let's be clear, they were colonized. They were not invaded.
Yeah.
There were no indigenous populations there. They're all like 40% are Italians, 20% British, 20% Irish, or some bullshit. Basically, they're basically a European colony that happens to speak Spanish. And so there's a law in Italy that says that if you have a paternal descendant on your male side, you can go to Italy legally. And for a while, they even had a status with the European Union. So millions of Argentinians just fled.
Yeah.
You got fucking mansions over there worth for $150,000 in Argentina.
Yeah.
And but it has created a weird environment because Argentina, you cannot find hookers because so many young women have left.
Yeah.
And the ones that
this has been my problem. It's like a really murky data set.
It's really murky.
Yeah.
And so you either have former beauty queens, you know, they're older and basically will lick your asshole because, no offense to it, right? But they will lick your asshole because they basically want to compete.
Yeah.
Or you have
desperate.
yeah, they're getting desperate. Or you have actual beauty queens that will take your fucking head off.
You mean like take all your money and fucking...
Right.
Yeah, I actually had that happen to me. I know exactly
See what I'm saying? See, I know what I'm talking about. See, it's
they'll rob you fucking...
Well, not only will they rob you, they're
drooling your face off.
Yeah, they will. In their mind, it's like you should be thankful that
yes,
they're even robbing you.
Yeah, I know.
It's like I have dignified myself to rob your dumb ass because I'm a beauty queen and you're just some dusty white guy that I don't know where the fuck you're from.
Yeah,
but they have that attitude.
With yeah, I know. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so they have an attitude problem.
It sucks. That's why the prices are so high.
The prices are so high. That's correct.
Because I found prices and they're like really, it's like quadruple, 5 times what you can get, say, here.
Yeah. They don't have chongos over there. They have casas.
Casas, yeah, okay.
I don't know where the working class goes.
Somewhere.
Yeah.
If it's legal, they'll go somewhere.
It's legal. It's legal. There's a lot of high class options over there.
Over where?
In Buenos Aires.
Buenos Aires. That's interesting.
But they're really, really expensive.
Yeah.
They will take your head off.
But yeah, that's interesting. Yeah. Anyways, it's like an information problem for me a lot of the time. It's like how do you just like extract the data you need to like go to places. Like you, for example, if you didn't exist, you wouldn't know there's anything here.
Right. Plus, one of the things it's tricky because like one of the things. Let's be clear. This is the most dangerous city in the country.
100%.
But
it's on another level.
In theory, it's on another level. But at the same time, none of my customers have gotten robbed.
Yeah.
Right. So that's because
stupid.
Yeah, you have to know how to navigate, and a lot of people, when they come here and you don't know how to navigate, and you read the news, 20 people got dismembered in a prison. Yeah. You're like, what the fuck? And so you just rather avoid it.
Right. That's how people are with like Santa Fe and Bogota.
Right.
Same thing. But I fucking love Santa Fe.
Right.
It's great.
Right.
But yeah, I know what you mean. Like, you just don't know. Or some, people are like afraid.
And because I've noticed that Quito is just as violent as Guayaquil. But Quito does not have the reputation that Guayaquil has.
Not at all. No. I actually didn't know that.
Yes. They have the same level of violence. Quito was, past tense, the safest city in the country.
Yeah.
Was.
Huh.
Go to south of Quito now.
Yeah.
See, you've been to Quito. It's on another level, the level of violence over there.
Actually, like, I haven't experienced that.
You haven't experienced it, but because you kind of
It's got a brand of safety.
yeah, it's got a brand of safety.
Everybody will tell you, like, oh, you can go anywhere, it's totally fine. But not true.
That's not true. That's right. There's areas south of Quito that that are just as volatile as these ones.
Interesting.
And so Guayaquil has its problems, but then all of these countries have this problem.
Oh yeah. It's not like
Yeah.
I mean, you go. Fuck.
Colombia,
Choose your city in Colombia. It's not a great place to be in, no matter where.
my friends in Colombia tell me that Colombia has gotten more desperate.
Yeah. Well, their currencies. Yeah.
Girls are always hitting people up for money. Always, I'm starving.
Yeah.
You don't see that desperation here.
No.
There's plenty of food.
It's interesting. Definitely see it in Cartagena.
Yeah.
It's really bad in Cartagena. Like, sad bad. Like, yeah, it's been crazy there.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
You can't be. I welcome you on behalf of the Party Ecuador team. Come to Ecuador and make your dreams come true. Lovely women are waiting for you.